What is up, guys? Snaggle J here with a brand new video today, and this is going to be our first check-in in our Miami Marlins franchise. We've got some games in, we've got some things to look at. How are our minor leaguers doing? If you like what you see, smash the thumbs up, smash the subscribe button, and leave a comment down below with how your franchise progress is going in MLB The Show 22. And as you can see, we're not doing too bad. 28 and 26, 2 games above 500. We're 5 games back at this moment, sitting second place in the NL East behind the juggernaut Mets, who are 34 and 22. And with DeGrom and Scherzer at the top of the rotation, that's probably where they should be. We got the Braves and the Phillies breathing in our necks a little bit, lying in the weeds. They have been getting better. The Braves were like 8 games under 500, and the Phillies were like 7 or 8 games under 500 as well there for a little while. So they're starting to pick it up a little bit and start kind of jumping in on our heels. Let's go in and take a look. Where is my thingamabob? There it is. We've got our rough months and stuff, but we're going to go through, kind of look at kind of how everybody's doing within the org. So we'll do that. Probably best place would be, we'll do it from the roster, actually. That makes sense. So we'll look at our pitching. We've been doing pretty good. Rogers having a pretty good season. You can see the 60 to 18 K to walk ratio. Very, very nice. Actually, you know what? What we'll do is we're going to go and actually do it from the stats screen. That makes a little more sense, does it not? And we will start with pitchers. So Pablo Lopez and Sixto Sanchez leading the way with 5 wins each. You can see Alcantara's got 3, Eliezer Hernandez with 3, Anthony Bassett 3, Trevor Rogers with 3. In the saves department, our closer, Dylan Floro, not having a great season peripherals-wise. He does have 15 saves, but as you can see, a 13 to 8 K to walk ratio, not great. 4.76 ERA, not great either. So we definitely need to pick it up there. Alcantara and Sanchez both over 70 innings so far. Lopez and Rogers both over 60. Eliezer Hernandez trailing behind a little bit as well. Rogers leading the way with 60 Ks against only 18 walks. We were worried about Sandy Alcantara. If you remember from the last video, did not have a great spring. Not punching out a whole lot of people, but definitely, if you look at the peripherals, a 2.80 ERA, a 1.19 whip, just really, really having a good times. Sixto Sanchez, again, another guy who did not have a great spring. The K to walk ratio, not great. 48 to 24 is not, super desirable, but 3.21 ERA, 1.22 whip, that's pretty good. We'll take that. We'll take that all day. Lopez is down there as well. He's got a 4.50 ERA and a 1.38 whip, and Hernandez with a 40 to 19 K to walk ratio and a 4.06 ERA and a 1.32 whip. Our ERA leader, Richard Blyer, in 8 1/3 innings, has not given up a run as of yet. Anthony Bass has been a really bright cornerstone in our bullpen. 31 and 2/3 innings, 23 to 10 K to walk ratio, a 1.42 ERA, and a 0.95 whip so far. Anthony Bender has been really good as well. It's only 13 innings, so small sample size, of course, but 12 to 2 K to walk ratio, 2.08 ERA, and a 1.00 whip, right on the nose. We haven't had a whole lot of complete games. We had a couple there. Sanchez has a shutout as well. So looking pretty good. We look at wins above replacement. Alcantara and Rogers already up over 1, 1.4, and 1.3 respectively. You got Sanchez and Lopez just on the verge of 1 as well. You do have Floro, again, our closer being negative WAR, not great. And you have Jordan Holloway and our swingman Cody Poteet both living the negative life as well. Take a look at our position players now. Runs scored, Aguilar, Soler, and Anderson are top 3 there. Hits-wise, Soler, Aguilar, and Avisal Garcia. Soler having a monster season, by the way. Leads our team with 13 home runs. Also leads the team with 38 RBIs. You can see he's hitting 287. He's OPS in 903 so far as well. So a very, very, very good season so far for Jorge Soler. Again, just doing exactly what we need to do. He's hitting the ball. Yes, he has 48 strikeouts. But 13 homers, 38 RBIs, a 287 average. Again, 903 OPS, just fantastic. What's not great is that 287 average leads the team. 282 for Brian Anderson, 278 for Joey Wendell, but he is only at 79 at bats. Garcia with the 269. What has been really disappointing is Jazz Chisholm, hitting 194 OPS in 560, 47 strikeouts so far in 48 games, 180 at-bats. Jazz Chisholm has been on the absolute struggle bus at the plate. You'll notice Roman Quinn has 18 at-bats, and that is because Brian Dela Cruz, who only has 43 at-bats, spent a good 4.5 weeks on the IL with an ankle problem. So he is just getting back now. He's only been back for probably a handful of games. In the meantime, we did have Jesus Sanchez manning center field because he's hitting 237, 10 homers, which is nice to see. And Garrett Cooper was actually playing corner outfield there for a while. Performed quite nicely, 243 average, 765 OPS, 7 homers, 21 RBIs. As you look across to the wins above replacement, Jacob Stallings, solid 1.8 WAR, built mostly because of his elite defense. Miguel Rojas, 1.5, Soler, 1.2, and Jesus Sanchez, 1.0. As we look at the team rankings, we are probably in the top 5 of nothing. Batting average, I believe we're in the bottom third. 16th, so we're in about the middle. You can see we're not in the top 5 there, or there, or there. We're really not in the top 5 of anything. We're performing quite average, which is, again, not great, not bad. Our team is still building up a little bit, but we are definitely not offensively. We're kind of struggling, and bullpen. While we do have some good performances down there, again, we need a better effort from our closer. Let's take a look at some of our additional players and kind of how they're doing as well. Some guys down in the minors. So again, Jesus Lazardo, he was kind of the odd man out in the spring. As you can see, we're going to have to make a decision of what to do with him because he has been absolutely electric in AAA. 61 in the third innings, 63 strikeouts, 11 walks, a 1.91 ERA, and a 0.7 whip. I really don't think we can afford to keep Jesus Lazardo in AAA anymore. I don't really think he bumps out any of our starters is the problem. So, maybe we have to look at running with a 6-man rotation, which, again, the show doesn't support natively, but we can kind of, I can kind of do some edits and kind of make that work. Maybe one of these guys ends up moving to a more high leverage role in the bullpen. But what I do know is this Jesus Lazardo performance, he can't stay in AAA anymore. He's done pretty much everything he could do down there to show us, hey, I should be on the big club, so we're going to have to find a spot for him. Yuri Perez is doing okay in AA. I mean, he's probably a little too, young for AA at only 18, but some positives down there. 48 strikeouts in 53 innings. The whip is under 1.5. He does have 25 walks. Definitely some room to improve there. Edward Cabrera is in AAA, and his line very similar to Yuri Perez in AA. A little more strikeouts with 54 and 49 innings, 31 walks, 4.22 ERA, 1.55 whip, so definitely some room for improvement there. And one of our top prospects, Max Meyer, who is in AA, 55 innings, 47 Ks, 27 walks, 4.58 ERA, and a 1.67 whip. So between our top 3 pitching prospects, Perez, Cabrera, and Meyer, very similar sort of story there. Kind of a 2-to-1 K to walk ratio, a mid-4 ERA, and a mid-1 whip. Not great. Not horrible either. Those guys are down there building up their ratings, which is what we need them to do. We don't really have a whole lot of relievers in the minors worth looking at. A bunch of C and D potential guys, so we'll skip right over that, and closers as well. Probably our best catching prospect, Joe Mack, is hitting 347 in AA, which is very nice to see. He does not have a extremely nice hitter profile, but he is absolutely feasting on AA pitching in 121 at-bats. He's hitting 347. And considering our backup catcher is hitting 186 in 43 at-bats, there may be a window open there to get Joe Mack on the big club as Jacob Stallings' backup. Stallings, again, is playing the majority of the time. His defense has been elite. His hitting has been okay. We don't really have, again, Alex Jackson is our highest potential catcher in the minors, but at 26 years old, I wouldn't call him a prospect, and he's only hitting 216 in AAA in 88 at-bats. So Joe Mack, right up there with Jesus Lazardo, as a guy that we're going to need to figure out what we need to do with, because it's obvious he needs to move to a higher level. In Lazardo's case, the only higher level is the big leagues. Mack will have to figure out if it makes sense to bring him to the big club and replace Nick Fortes as our backup, or maybe give him a little span in AAA first. First base, again, we got Aguilar and Cooper on the big club. Lewin Diaz is only hitting 206 with 3 homers in AAA. Not ideal. Again, not much here for prospects. We got 6 D potential guys. Its first base is Old Mother Hubbard, and we literally have nothing in the cupboard. Norel Gonzalez is hitting 370 in AAA across 54 at-bats, so that's nice. He does have all 50s for contact and power rating. So again, while his potential's not there, could be a guy if we ever get into an injury pinch. Could work. Lorenzo Quintana, again, 33 years old, but he is hitting 317 in AA, so you'll love to see that. Again, don't have a whole lot of prospects in second. We do have Ison Diaz, who's hitting 277 with 5 homers and 21 RBIs across 155 at-bats in AAA. Nice. Again, Jazz struggling the way he has been. Yeah, that's concerning, to say the least. Third, again, we're getting interested in Wendell. Again, we don't have much for prospects. We have a bunch of D guys, and none of them are doing very well. So on to the next one. Probably our biggest prospect news, and by far the most disappointing news, is Khalil Watson, who broke his hand a couple of weeks ago in game and is out. He had been developing nicely. As you can see, he did get 110 at-bats in. He's hitting 327 with 11 runs scored, 11 RBIs. Again, no power, but that's not what we need him for. Yeah, he's been good. He has 8 doubles, 3 triples, or 4 triples, for those of us who can read. He only has a 19-9 K to walk ratio, so that's good. Couple steals. He's OPS in 848, which is great for a guy who has no power. His defense is pretty good as well. His fielding percentage, 1,000. 74 assists, 35 putouts, and 1,000 fielding percentage, and a 1.3 wins above replacement. Ladies and gentlemen, Khalil Watson is coming sooner rather than later. I wish he could play second, given Jazz Chisholm's struggles. But again, he's injured. He's still going to be up for another month or two. So unfortunately, that will halt his development in the short term. We got Jose Devers down there as well, who is hitting 348 in AAA. Wow. Again, absolutely just destroying the cover off the ball, which is, you love to see that. You know, again, 348, 827 OPS. Really, really good. We go to left field. We have no prospects there, so we'll skip that. Center field, we don't have any prospects there either. We do have some guys that are of interest. Obviously, Peyton Burdick hitting 229 in AA. That's not ideal. But again, he really needs to develop that hitting profile a little bit, especially in the contact department. Victor Mesa Jr. is hitting 258 in AAA. Delino DeShields eventually got sent down. As you can see, his performance in the big leagues, not great. Hit 175 across 40 at-bats. And with Roman Quinn's addition, Roman Quinn has stayed on the club mostly because he has done better. And we also have Victor Mesa, who is splitting time with Peyton Burdick at different outfield positions in AA, hitting 273. And then in right field, obviously we have J.J. Bleday, and J.J. Bleday has not been having a good time in AAA, hitting 212. That's disappointing to see. So again, the guys that we do have, who, you know, would be our top prospect guys, kind of struggling a little bit. Obviously, Watson hurt. He was really well up until the point he got hurt. And then Bleday not doing very well. So that's kind of a look at where we're at. Obviously, our next big sort of thing is we got to worry about the draft. We really have to try to get some position players in the draft. There is a whole lot of potential guys in the draft, but we will see where it goes. But that is kind of our update. We're coming into a pretty difficult stretch here. We do have a lot of divisional games this month. You see, we got a 3-gamer with the Nats there. We got a 3-gamer with the Phillies. We have, 7 games in the span of 10 days against the Mets. That could be a very, very rough stretch for us. We also have maybe some pretty winnable games against Colorado here. And we got a series against St. Louis coming up. We look to July. Again, we got a 4-gamer with the Nats. We got 3 more games against the Phillies. We have another 4-game series with the Mets here. We'll get to see the Angels for a couple games. It'd be interesting to see if we get Ohtani in either of those games. And then we got the Mets to cap off the latter half of July. And then we're into August. As you can see, before we jump off, we'll take a look at the standings in the rest of the divisions. So as you can see, we've already covered the National League East. Let's go to the AL East. The Rays are 31-24, one game up on the Red Sox. The Yankees, a disappointing 27-29. And the Blue Jays, a horrendously disappointing 23-31. And the Orioles, maybe an impressive 19-37. So a little bit of a shocking result there in the AL East. We go to the Central. The White Sox 35-19 on absolute wildfire on the South side. The Royals 29-25. The Guardians 29-26. The Twins 29-27. 4 teams above 500 there in the AL Central. And the Tigers 24-33 rounding out the bottom of that. That's got to be a disappointing result for a team that has a lot of potential upside this year. The Mariners are one game up on the Angels in a bit of a shocker over in the AL West. 31-24 for the Mariners, 30-25 for the Angels. The Astros are sitting even at 28-28. The Rangers are 26-29. The A's are 20-37. You look at the wild card. Again, the Red Sox and Angels kind of leading that. The Royals, the Guardians, the Twins, and the Astros, and the Yankees all pretty close. But again, it's June 1st. There's a lot of shuffling left to do there. The NL Central, the Brewers are a game and a half up on the Cardinals, 35-21 and 33-22 respectively. The Reds, 26-28, hanging around 8 games back still, but they're floating around the 500 mark, which I think would be a W for that franchise currently. The Cubs are 25-29, and the Pirates, ugh, the Pirates are 12-43. 184 runs scored and 309 runs against. Wow. The Dodgers leading the way in baseball, 40-15 out there, a 727 winning percentage so far, plus 104 in the run differential as well. The Padres are trying to hang with them 4 games back, but they are 36-19. The Giants are sitting 500, 27-27. The Rockies are 27-28. The Diamondbacks are 23-33. So you look at the wild card. The Pirates and the Cardinals, 4.5 games clear of us. We're sitting in the second, almost in the second wild card. We're 4.5 games back, and we're losing ground. 4.5 games at this point. Again, not a lot. Things can change in a hurry, but we are losing ground, and we really need our team to start hitting a little better. As you can see, we do have a plus run differential by 9, but 225 run score. When you look at the teams ahead of us, 259 and 272, not going to get it done at all. So there you have it, folks. There's our first season check-in of the Marlins franchise. What do you think do we need to do better? Again, let me know in the comments how your franchise is going, and make sure you smash like, hit the subscribe button, and until next time, peace.